My 10 biggest mistakes building companies. Number 8, I must learn, do, and be everything. I need to do it all. I need to be it all. I need to learn it all. That's great when you're starting out. When you are starting out, it doesn't matter what your business is, unless obviously you have partners. But on day one, you got an idea, you got a vision, you're going after it, right? You need to learn it all. And this is kind of why I do what I do, because it's pretty damn difficult to learn it all. It's pretty damn difficult to be it all, to do it all. It's hard. But at the beginning, you got to do it. At the beginning, whatever your business is, as you start hiring people, you may not know how to hire, figure it out. You may not know how to do sales and marketing, figure it out. You may not know how to do finance, figure it out. You got to get your toes wet in all these key areas of your business. Now, as you start to grow though, I want to challenge you with 3 questions. We need to ask these 3 questions as we go to build our business. I don't care if you're at 2 employees or 200 employees. The questions are exactly the same. The first one is, what do you love? What are you passionate about? What do you have the most fun doing in your business? What do you enjoy the most? What brings you excitement? When we're building businesses, it's kind of fun to do the stuff that we really love. The challenge with that is it can also become your comfort zone, right? You don't stretch outside of the stuff you love. And in order to grow your business, in order to build a company, you're going to need to stretch. Now, as you get to a certain point, you can hire to those things, but ultimately, as you craft your business, as you build your company, you want to focus on those things that you love. The next question is, what are you good at? Right? Just because you love to do something does not necessarily mean you're good at. And when I mean good at, it's in relation to somebody who could do the exact same job as what you're doing. If you are good at coming up with ideas and building products, if you're good at being the visionary, well, you might not be good at the finances. Or if you're good at the finances, you may not be good at the sales and marketing strategies. So this is question number 2, right? What are you good at? Because just because you love it doesn't mean you're going to grow your business. This is sort of the trade-off, right? And then question number 3 in the journey is, what are the things that you must do in business? There are things that are essential. And I'm not going to go through all of the stuff. You know, there's team building in there. You got to be great at strategic marketing. You got to be great at. There are some, I'm going to just pick one. In the sport of business, we keep score. The way we keep score is with numbers. In numbers, as it relates to business, there's a variety of different numbers, from analytics to marketing and sales numbers. But in this 3 financial statements, your income statement, your balance sheet, and your statement of cash flows. And ultimately, it's our responsibility to understand the basic fundamentals. You don't have to know how to dig through every single line item of your balance sheet or income statement, but you sure as heck better have somebody that knows how to do it. You don't have to be the best at cash flowing and understanding the financials and understanding, receivables and payables and all, but you better have somebody that understands this. There are some fundamentals. There are some musts in the process of building a company that we have to do. And there is only one way to go out of business. That's when you run out of cash. So I'm kind of jumping on the math portion of this thing because I understand and appreciate how important it is. If you think about, not sure when you're watching this, but we had this thing called COVID that hit us in 2020. And when COVID hit, there are lots of companies that simply disappeared. There were lots of companies, hotel chains, that for all intents and purposes had no customers for 2 years. Cruise lines, no customers. So what did they do? They had enough cash to get by. They cut expenses. So this is just one of those things that are absolutely essential in businesses. What are the musts? So with those 3 questions, what do I love to do? What am I good at? And what are the musts? Based on all of that, you get to this point where now you're challenged, right? What do I do to trade off my time for money? right? Because oftentimes we might not be good at marketing, for example. Well, I'm going to try and figure it out. I'm going to slug it out. I'm going to fight through it, when you could hire someone that can help you with your marketing. You may not be good at financials, right? You may not understand how a business works. I have several multi-million-dollar clients that are really terrible at financials. And I encourage them to find someone that's good at it. Find someone that can take it off of their plate, because there is this, we all go through this phase in growing companies, which is when I get to a certain point, when do I hire to my weaknesses? I'm going to talk about that in a second. One question that I think you got to ask is, can I reach my goals if I continue doing the stuff that I'm doing, or do I need to trade off my time, your time, the most valuable asset that any of us have? Do we need to trade off my time for money and hire someone that can do this better than me? You know, I'm not saying this question is easy. This is a very difficult. Every single time I build a company, it's the same thing. When do I outsource? What do I outsource? You know, well, that's going to be expensive, but if I don't outsource that and spend the money on that, then I'm never going to be able to get to the next level. So it's just a great question. Can it get you to your goals? And I'll finish with this. I love the analogy of sports as it relates to business, because I just think they're so connected. This is just an example of a football team, and it shows the offense and the defense, and it shows each of the different positions on the football team. The guy that is really fast can catch a football and is a wide receiver. It's going to be tough to ask that dude to stand on the line and block a 300-pound linebacker or defensive end, whatever it may be. So we have to get to the point where we are hiring or outsourcing our weaknesses. This is a tough self-reflection, right? You got to dig deep. I've got this document called an activity audit, which helps us look at all the stuff that we're doing throughout the course of the day. And as your business grows, you get more employees, there's more team members that can help you with your vision, help you with your strategic plan, help you with what you want to do to grow your business. But we need to hire or outsource our weaknesses. So look deep inside yourself, do some self-reflection, say, what are the things that I'm good at? What are the things that I love? What are the things that are most important? Ultimately, when we go to build our business, when we want to craft our vision, when we want to take this thing that we're passionate about to the next level, you don't want a whole bunch of people that can do the exact same thing as you do. Hire or outsource your weaknesses. I hope to see you on the next training, and I wish you an absolutely amazing day.